If you're anything like me, you want your home to feel cozy and beautiful without spending a fortune. That's why I'm sharing my top 25 favorite Amazon finds in today's video. These are all items that I actually use and love. They're budget-friendly, practical, and a lot of them look so much more high-end than they actually are. Bonus, so many of these are on sale for Prime Day today, so make sure to check out the updated list that I'll leave for you down in that description box below. So let's get started. At first, I was not on board for robot vacuums. It was actually my husband, Sean, that bought this one. And once we bought it, I was like, okay, you were right. I was wrong. Rare, but it happened. And I really love this thing. We like to put it in our basement and it glides around the floors, picking up all of our cat fur, dog fur, all of those little litter bits that sometimes are on the floor and the dust bunnies in the corners. It also motivates me and my kids to pick up everything off the floor in the basement so that the robot vac can do its work. I have this one. I love it because it is slim, so it can fit under cabinetry, and it's also incredibly affordable. This mop has its own wet and dry compartments. What I love about this one is that you can get this mop nice and dry before you put it on your floors. So I personally love it for my laminate floors. It doesn't soak them and get them really wet, but that microfiber cloth really grabs onto all the residue on my floors, makes it nice and clean. And I also really like that this is compact, so it's easy to store in my home. I've had this since January, and it's definitely my new favorite mop. I would recommend it to anybody. A tried and true favorite, the Bissell Little Green, is pretty much my favorite cleaning tool that I've had for years and years and years. Now, we had the old version, the green one, for, I don't know, 10 years, maybe 12 years since we moved into this place. And then I recently upgraded to this new one. I like the new one because it keeps the water hot. So I feel like that's a little bit more effective for tackling stains, dirt on my sofa, etc. And also I like that you can remove the top and clean this one a little bit easier, but both are great, and I'll make sure to link both of these down in that description box below. This one is a meal prep game changer. It is a veggie chopper, and my favorite use for it these days is chopping up onions, because you can get them in the perfect little cubes for stir fries, salads, etc. Makes it nice and easy so I don't have to handle them so much. I also like to use it to create salads right in the container if I want a quick chopped salad for lunch. If you love nice, crisp bedding and linens like I do, and you tend to go for those natural fibers that can be a little bit wrinkly like linen and cotton, you are gonna love this one. It is the Conair Steamer. Had mine for years and years and years. Love it for steaming my sofas, for example, the slip covers on those. I also really like to use it for my drapes to make them look more professional, because there's nothing that looks cheaper than drapes that still have the squares in them from the packaging. Easy to use, affordable, and also good for clothes too. Now, this little candle lamp is a beautiful decor piece, but it's also functional. It's a really great one if you don't want to actually burn a candle and create a flame. For example, I like to use it in my vacation rental in the winter, because then we're not actually having a flame in there, which I don't really want to do in the vacation rental. So you stick a candle under here. You can choose how hot you want this to be and how long you want it to stay on, and it melts that candle wax, creates the beautiful scent in the space. I've also used this to create a simmer pot. So rather than putting a simmer pot on the stove, I just use a heat-safe glass pot, put all my ingredients inside with a little water, place it under this candle warmer, and it makes my house smell incredible. This one is gorgeous, reusable, and aesthetically beautiful, so I love to display it on my shelves in my coffee bar. It's the ribbed glass tumbler, perfect for iced coffee for the summer. Looks super cute. Love the bamboo lid, and it makes my home feel like a little coffee shop. This ribbed glass container with a lid is also super cute. I love this little brass detail on top. It's fantastic for coffee pods. It looks great next to my dollar store DIY coffee pod holders here on my coffee station. Now, here's another fluted look element that I love in my home. It's this fluted glass look film that I used on the doors to my office. Before, you could see right through these clear French doors into all the messiness of my office. Found this film on Amazon, super easy to install with just a spray bottle, and I actually used an IKEA spatula to install it on my windows. But now I have a beautiful privacy moment so that you can't see all the mess into my office, and it looks high-end with that fluted glass look. Now, these were a game changer for the first camper that we renovated. I also used these in my brother's kitchen makeover a few years ago. They're the Smart Tiles Adhesive Faux Tiles. These are my favorite faux tiles for longevity and look. I think they look the most realistic. They are more pricier than, say, like a dollar store tile or maybe some of the other ones on Amazon, but in my experience, they last for years, so you don't have to pay to actually replace them. Now, these are the Chef's Kiss. They are in my daughter's bedroom. Blackout drapes that look like a high-end linen blend drape. They have a really nice heavy lining. They look expensive, but they're not. And I love this particular color. I'll make sure to link it down in the description box below, the exact drapes I used here in my daughter's bedroom. They're very full-bodied and luxurious looking, and one of my favorite curtains that I found in the recent years. This next find is a really nice budget-friendly way to give any artwork or even some printables a nice high-end antique store look. I love the detail on these gold frames from Amazon. I also found some nice rustic-looking walnut type frames there too. And the combo here in my dining room, I really enjoy. We have a problem in our home where we tend to load things up on our stairs to take upstairs, especially my children. So when I found this seagrass stair basket, I thought it was the perfect solution for us putting things in the basket rather than all over the stairs for people to trip on. And then when the basket gets full, we can take it up and put all the items in their appropriate spaces upstairs. Nice and affordable, but it looks like something you'd see in a Serena and Lily catalog, so coastal chic. Now, this mattress pad completely transformed our old mattress. We've since been able to replace our mattress, but I still have this mattress pad on our new mattress because it is so cushy and plush feeling. It makes our bed feel like a hotel style bed. Very soft, easy to wash. I bleach mine with OxiClean White Revive, and it's just a great addition to that soft plush feeling bed. These are my favorite pillows. I've talked about them so many times and I absolutely love them, and you have to get them if you're looking for a new hotel style pillow. They're cooling, they're fluffy, they're affordable. They're often on sale, not just for Prime Day, but often they'll go on sale. And we have them in our vacation rentals, and our guests always rave about them and ask where they're from. Speaking of vacation rentals, something that really elevated the look of our living room in our little lake house and also made it a lot more practical was adding this washable rug. It has ruggable vibes, but it is essentially a third of the price of ruggable. Easy to wash, I can fit it in my washing machine in the rental, and it is stain resistant and it looks gorgeous. I love this particular pattern. And then in the bedroom, I also replaced that one with a washable rug here in the lake house. And this one is a little bit more plush. It has this beautiful chenille, soft plush feeling. It's a little bit heavier, so I would not put this 9 by 12 foot rug in my washing machine. I would just take it to a laundromat or just spot clean it. But it's probably the softest, most gorgeous feeling rug I have ever felt in my life, and also very affordable. I have to add this one in. It's something that my girls really like. They're the satin pillow covers from Kitsch, and they feel so soft on the skin. What my daughters love about these is that they help keep the hair less knotted, right? When you're waking up, they're just very soft and silky on the skin, on the hair, nice and affordable, and come in a wide range of colors for you or your kids to use. If you follow me here or on social media, on Instagram especially, you know that my morning coffee is my ritual that I will never, ever miss. The Nespresso Virtual Machine is something that I use probably the most, even more than my regular espresso machine, just because it's so fast and I always want to get going on my day and all the tasks that I have. So I highly recommend this for a really good tasting cup of coffee. Favorite combo is I think it's the double espresso dolce pod with some foamed milk. Love that combo, very classic. I also add a little bit of sugar-free vanilla syrup. And how I make my syrup containers look like a little coffee shop boutique is I have these syrup dispensers, also from Amazon, with the glass and the gold tops. These particular syrup bottles come with labels that you can add on, tons of different labels for all different flavors of syrups. I love how this adds this glam look to my coffee station. Now, this tumbler goes absolutely everywhere with me. I've had it now for over a year, and I take it to my parents' house. I take it to when I'm on errands in town. I take it around the house with me. It's a full liter of water, so I try to drink 3 of these every day. That just helps me feel so much better in all different senses of the word. And it's really affordable compared to those brand name tumblers that are of a similar size. Okay, now this one is a little bit of a splurge, and I did have to let my daughters convince me to buy this after many months, but it is gonna be a staple in our house this summer. It's the Ninja Slushie. So not only can you make slushes with just pops or sodas, as you call them in the US, which my girls usually do, but you can do frozen lemonades. You can do like a Chick-fil-A style creamy lemonade with lemonade, and I think we put some evaporated milk in there. TikTok has so many different recipes. You can also do adult drinks, so you can do some juice and some spirits, some alcohol. You can also do the Starbucks frappe hack. You can find these bottles at the dollar store. I found them here at Dollarama in Canada. Add them to the chamber with a little bit of cream and make some frappes at home. So delicious. I know it's like a little bit extreme, but I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with it this summer. If you decorate outdoors and you don't want to drill holes in your siding, these siding hooks are one of my favorite little finds. I use them on my siding to hang baskets, hang crates with flowers inside. They hook really well to my siding and they're really easy to remove. Another one of my favorite finds is this solar water fountain. I've had it for over a year now, and I just created some planters, water, popped it inside, creates this amazing little fountain that looks so chic in your entry, and I love that it's powered by the sun. Another little gadget that I'm enjoying is these spinning hooks. I have them on the bottom of this IKEA picture ledge in my entry to hold all our keys. Have another one underneath our cabinets in our kitchen to hold utensils. Affordable, comes in a 2-pack, so perfect if you want to do what I did, do an entry hook, do a kitchen hook, and you can use them for all sorts of things. Now let me know in the comments if you're gonna grab any of these favorites, or if you have any other Amazon favorites that I need to look into. Let me know in those comments too. If you like this video and you wanna see some more Amazon favorites, the ones that I use in my kitchen, I'm gonna leave a video for you to watch next right here, where you can check those out, see my full review, how I use them, and if I would recommend them.